Hello and welcome to today's video. It is a little bit different than usual. Usually I use my black table as a backdrop just because generally I find volumes are a lot more lighter coloured and I think they look nicer on a dark background. But today I, as you can probably tell from my voice, haven't been particularly well the past few weeks. Unfortunately, the big C finally caught me after all these years and I am on week 3 of being sick. At least I am back to work, but I am still not particularly well. I mean, this is how unwell I am. I was meant to go manga shopping this weekend, but I cancelled it because of how sick I feel still. Most of the issue at the moment is now my voice, my throat, which does make it a little trickier doing videos, but I am trying to get back into it and see how I do, slowly but surely. But this video I was hoping to film like 3 weeks ago, and it's the video I wanted to post this week. Like, you won't be able to tell, but I rearranged my schedule because this was meant to go up like a week or two prior to what it does. I mean, I've still got loads of Isekai month stuff that I want to put out there. I've still got I want to do a video to talk about Isekai month and do a giveaway. Got a big giveaway. If you've not seen the Empress unboxing, that's a big hint as to what I'm giving away. That hopefully will actually go up before this video does, really desperately. Because this video will hopefully go out on the day that the Zelda game comes out, and I'm pretty much going to be offline for 2 weeks, so until I play that game, or a week, I don't know yet. I'm rambling, but yeah, I'm set to this table because it's a bit more comfortable, and I don't have to stay stood up as much because I'm still not feeling great. But I want to talk about my manga because this is technically my March haul, and it's been on my shelf, because I've been, instead of putting it away and then pulling it out for the haul, I decided to try and accumulate it on the shelf to make it a bit easier, but then I got put off reading any of it in case I forget to put it back, and I want the stuff here I want to read pretty badly. So I'm like, let's do the hauls and then I can get reading again. I mean, at this moment in time, it is May, so I also have my April haul ready to film, but I'm going to wait till I've sorted this one out and a couple others before I film that one. That one's got even more stuff that I want to film in it. Just before we get into the haul, if you haven't already, don't forget to give this video a like, comment and subscribe. Check out my social media and affiliate links found down below. Also, if you're interested in early access to videos, be sure to check out my channel members. I actually have some videos on there at the moment that I don't know when I'm going to post publicly. I don't have them in the schedule yet. I might post them throughout Isekai month, so there's a bit of a breakup between all the recommendation videos, but at the moment I don't know when I'm going to post them publicly. They will go public at some point, I just don't know when. So today is top down as well because I feel really gross and no one needs to see that again. I feel I do top down when I'm like, I don't want you to see my face, it's gross. I've got a gross face. We have so much manga. Like, I went a bit ham at the end of March, to be honest. I'd say more than half of this was within the last like 3-4 days of March. There's actually quite a big chunk of different series as well, so even though we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 big massive stacks, it might not actually take as horrendously long as 5 massive stacks normally do, because I have a habit of my hauls are like 1 or 2 volumes from a series times so many. That's generally my hauls, whereas today's haul we actually have a good chunk from a series, which is very unheard of for me. I have rambled so much. I hope my voice isn't too horrific for you to listen to. I do have a big bottle of water next to me that I'm going to be chugging throughout this. There might be some weird jumps when I start coughing, and I do apologise in advance for that. But let's look at the manga before I get started again. So first off, we have got 07 Ghost 2. Is this series out of print? I don't want to... I'm always super nervous about using those words. First printing January 2013. Maybe. This is just really tricky to find, and I'm struggling to find like some of the earlier volumes. I got a huge chunk off Traveling Man last year, so I think I am only missing like 3 or 4 volumes now, including the very last one. I just don't see it anywhere anymore. I don't know if it's just I can't even say any words. Oh my god. Don't know if it's not a particularly popular series, maybe? I know it's Josei, but I'm missing so many early volumes. I can't start reading it yet, really. I've got 1, 2, and then I'm stuck. But this was a second hand, and it isn't too bad. It's a bit yellowed. It's a bit bent, but I think that actually might have been me. Don't judge. So that is actually another thing. One of the reasons my March and April hauls are going to be quite big is because I opened quite a lot of the parcels I got, so I will, if I can remember, I'll say where I got different volumes from, because there is a lot of secondhand stuff in here, I am realizing looking at it. Okay, next we've got AI Love You 7 and 8, and these were both sent to me by the most wonderful Himika. She went to a store that had manga, and they had a lot of old manga. It looks like, I don't know, they'd had it a very long time and they'd just been sat there. But this is a harder series to find-ish, and these are two of the ones she got for me. It is the same manga artist as Love Hina, which is the first manga series I ever collected, so I was quite keen to try and pick this one up. She also very kindly cleaned these down. She did an Instagram live where she cleaned all the manga she bought down, including these. So they're not whiffy at all, which is also extra nice. Next we have Abandoned Empress Volume 4. This is one of the volumes I want to read, so I'm keen to why I want to do the haul. This was the first, like, one of the first coloured, well, it's not a manga, it's a manhwa. One of the first coloured manga manhwas that I read. I quite like it. I know there's people have opinions about stuff that happens later in the story, but I don't know what happens later in the story because I haven't read it yet. But I have been enjoying it. I absolutely adore the covers. They're gorgeous. This one I'm a little less interested in just because, like, so far the colouring of the covers has been, I think, can I see them from here? Blue, yellow, red, and then this one's brown. It's like, that's not as vibrant. It's not as vibrant. So I'll probably put that in my TBR cart the moment I finish filming this, I think. Next we have Am I Actually the Strongest Volume 1, and this was a pre-order, and I think it is an isekai, but I haven't read it yet, because I put it straight on the shelf and then forgot about it. The fool. I should have put it in my cart. So this is another one that's going to go into my cart. I don't know anything about it, except that I went on a huge binge on Blackwell's like a year ago and pre-ordered every darn isekai that I could find, and this was one of them. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure it'll be fun. Cheat powered? Yeah, we'll see. I'll get back to you. Asumi-chan is interested in lesbian brothels Volume 2. So a slight spoiler for an upcoming video, but I did film a March reading vlog, and this was one of the volumes that I read. So I do talk about a bit. Oh, I'm so sorry. I do talk a bit more in detail about my thoughts on the volume. I feel like Asumi-chan is a plastic wrap series, and there are explicit scenes, but it is really wholesome. It is a really wholesome, lovely series. And I would recommend it if you're interested in a explicit GL, I suppose. She's trying to track down her childhood friend. She knows childhood friend works in a brothel, and she doesn't know her name or anything. Well, she uses a fake name when you book, obviously, for security reasons, and she's just trying to find her. So she's just working her way through all the women. It's quite fun, I suppose. Next we have 2 volumes of Banana Fish, 6 and 8. I can't believe how close I am to completing this. I'm missing, I think, like 4 volumes and then I'll be complete. From messages in the Discord, it does look like everyone is missing the same 4 or 5 volumes. So I assume we're just waiting for those reprints to make their way over to the UK, or maybe discount themselves. I'm trying to think. I can't remember if I've actually seen the volumes I'm missing somewhere and they're just not discounted. It's quite neat and it's nice. I think I was relieved to hear that it was multiple people missing the same volumes, because to me that means we've not yet gotten the reprints over here, which is fine over then, like, I just can't find them, if that makes sense. Banished from the Hero's Party, Banished from the Hero's Party, I decided to live a quiet life in the countryside. 4. This is not an isekai. No, it's not an isekai, it's just a fantasy. I read volume 1. I think it's okay. Nothing about it really jumped out at me as being, like, excellent. It was just fine. I can't believe how far along the light novels are. I think the light novels are on like 8 or 9, which in terms of manga would be like, you tend to get 2 to 3 manga volumes per light novel. So that's quite a lot, which I can't believe. I don't remember there being much plot, but I also was so not particularly interested in volume 1. I don't remember much of the plot. So I'm gonna try and read 2, 3, 4 maybe together, binge them a bit. I managed to get this on pre-order. Gosh, they're very round, aren't they? I managed to get on pre-order for a pretty decent price, so I don't feel too bad. But I might hold off now and see, going forward, pick them up secondhand when I see them. Okay, this volume very much made me happy. This is Blue Exorcist 7, so this is a volume I've been looking for well over a year, maybe even 2 years at this point. I'll need to check my spreadsheet to be sure, but this is the earliest gap I have in the series. I am missing 1 more volume, I think, and it's 14 maybe. I got this secondhand on World of Books for, I think, £5, which is cheap and 3 for 2, and it's in fairly good quality, so quite pleased with that. Wow, it's so nice to fill in gaps. So good. Okay, next we have 3 volumes of Bride Story. We have 2, 6, and 13, and these were all bought second hand, and they're pretty good. There's not really any scuffs. I kind of assumed there'd be some scuffs around like here, but there isn't really. I think I got them all for about £5 or less. That one's indented, been smushed in a little bit, but yeah, that's so not bad. I wonder if there's been a reprint, because I actually saw some in store when I was last in Forbidden Planet, and I actually did pick up volume 1, but that'll be in the April haul. It's a series that I have wanted to collect for a while, but I wasn't sure I'd be able to, just because I never seem to see it in store, and it's quite an expensive series, and I don't like buying expensive series because I'm cheap. So yeah, getting these secondhand was really nice. I wonder if I'll be able to find more secondhand for a good price as well. Next we have Cherry Magic 30 Years of Journey Can Make You a Wizard 6. So this was actually an Amazon order, because sometimes Amazon just discount the randomest volumes for a good price. I can't remember how much I paid. It was like £6 something, £7 something, which is good for a Square Enix. Considering how thin it is a bit upsetting seeing how much this RRP is for. It's like £12.99 now, sometimes £13.99. That's so sad. I mean, this My Dress Up Darling is also Square Enix manga, and that is easily £14.99. Oh, so upsetting. I am missing 2 volumes of this, including volume 2, I believe, so I haven't started reading it because I've got gaps. Everyone says this is like the wholesome BL to read, so I really do want to try and track those down, but I've bought almost all of them, I think, on sale for like half price or more, so I don't really want to pay more than half price, even the volumes I'm missing. I just need to track them down. Next we have Cocoon Entwined Volume 2. I think the only volume of this I am now missing is Volume 1. Yeah, the only volume of this I'm missing is Volume 1. This is another one I'd been intrigued in picking up for quite a while, and then when I saw it, it was like RRP $13.99. Ah! I think I've gotten all of mine, I think half second hand or majorly discounted. This was Another World of Books, was it? Or it was a secondhand store, I can't remember which one. It might have been a third party on Amazon actually. Obviously, I'm missing Volume 1, I haven't started reading it yet. It's actually pretty good condition as well. I was really pleased with like most of the secondhands. Actually, is there any that I wasn't happy with? One, actually I can see one that's had a bad crease. But is that it? Okay, so this was a Forbidden Planet pre-order, I think. Coffee Moon Volume 2. Volume 1 was quite interesting. I'm definitely intrigued as to where it's going. It was mostly set up in Volume 1, trying to explain the whole weird sort of Groundhog Day thing, and then her friends being pulled into the cycle, and then something weird happens at the end of Volume 1. Did something weird happen at the end of Volume 1? Oh, they tried doing different things which they've not done before, and then, yeah, okay, I remember now. Ish. I've been looking forward to reading this, but I didn't want to put it off my shelf, so I might put it straight in my basket, actually. Oh dear, keep coughing. Oh dear. I am looking forward to reading this. Next we've got A Condition Called Love Volume 2, which I actually read fairly recently. I know a lot of people in the community aren't particularly keen on this. I really like it. I know a lot of people are like, the guy's behaviour comes across as quite stalkerish. I don't know, personally I feel like for him, a lot of the relationships he's been in before has been about people have been with him because of his looks, whereas for the first time he's in a relationship because they kind of like each other and are getting to know each other, and I think he's like having an overload of feelings because of that. He's with someone for him, not for his face, and like it's coming out as like just lots of affection. Also, they're like sappy teenagers. I like some of the things he's done. I remember like kids that I knew at school doing this sort of thing, so maybe I just felt a bit desensitized. Like, it's not too bad. I don't feel it comes across as stalkery or creepy. I think it's kind of just overwhelming teenage first relationship. Well, not for him, but it is for her, and I feel like he's trying to make it up for her because he likes her so much, and I don't know. I also think like I kind of relate to her a bunch as well, which makes me like the series in terms of I didn't really get emotions between people. I didn't get the whole like, I don't know how to explain it, but like I completely understand everything that she talks about, like not understanding other people's emotions and being with friends and partners and stuff, and like struggling to learn what is right and what is wrong and the appropriate way of being around people. I've like rambled on. I've completely on this volume. But yeah, basically I do enjoy it. A lot of people don't. I do though, is what I'm getting at. Also, I got volume 2 before I got volume 1 and I was very annoyed, so I had to wait. Next we have Cross-Dressing Villainess Cecilia Sylvie volume 3. This is another volume that I read in March, so you'll see it a lot more detail in the March reading vlog. I gave this volume a 10 out of 10. This volume for me was personally perfect. I absolutely adored it. There was enough drama, reveals, everything. I cried during it. Oh my god, I loved this volume so darn much. Absolutely would recommend. If you're like, it's not that good, I don't care. I loved it. I thought it was excellent. It is only 3 volumes so far in English, in the manga at least. There is also a light novel, which I start picking it up for Ben? I can't remember. I say for Ben. It's like, Ben, I bought you all this villainess light novels, and he's like, oh, it's for me, is it? Yeah, sure. Absolutely love this. Do definitely recommend. Okay, final volume in this stack. We've done 1 stack out of 5. Oh, I am definitely feeling I'm going to chug my water bottle after this. Next we have Daughter of the Emperor 3, and this is another volume that I read in the March reading vlog. There is going to be, I was going to say there's going to be a few of those. I'm actually not sure there's any more. I didn't actually read too much in March because I ended up being quite busy, which probably worked out fine in hindsight because, as you can see, I ramble on a lot about my manga, and even though I didn't read that much, the vlog is like an hour long, edited down. I'll be honest, I didn't overly enjoy this volume. I found it really slow, and I just got really sluggish getting through it. I also still don't like how the baby's face is drawn. She's not really a baby anymore, she's aged up a bit, she's a toddler. But I just can't deal with it. It just doesn't look right. The eyes don't look right. Like, the artist is great at drawing dudes. It's excellent at drawing dudes. But when it comes to, like, small kids, I don't think they're as good. It has its moments, but I don't know if it was a mix of I wasn't in the mood for this and I was dragging myself through reading it. It took me like 4 days to read this volume, which is not normal for me at all. But yeah, I hope it picks up. I think the 4th one's actually already out, to be honest. We're on to the next stack. Let's move it a bit closer. Okay, on top we have got Demon Love Spell. So this was a second-hand purchase. I think I'm only missing 1 volume before I am complete. I love that it's a bright, colourful volume. Can I see the rest of them from here? Everything's moved around on my shelves. Oh yeah, I had 2. We got a red, 2 purples, and a green. And then we got a pink in the middle. I have no idea what I'm missing volume 6. I don't know what colour volume 6 is. But I got this for a good price. It was £5 or something. Tiffany, I think, got me volume 1 when we did an exchange way back in the day in the very first Dudettes collab. And I don't think I was meant to find it funny, but I did find it a bit funny. I can't get over his chin. It's so pointy. It looks scary. I do love her hair on this cover though. The pink highlights, that look absolutely gorgeous. Next we have a pre-order. It is The Dragon's Betrothed, and it is a BL. I'll be honest, I didn't realise it was a BL Sublime. I thought it was an isekai. I don't know why I thought it was, wait, is it an isekai? I don't think it's an isekai. I thought it was a different series, which I think, did I pick up, or is it in April? I think I mixed up the series. I mean, I'm not opposed. I'll definitely read it. I also like the purple, but it just wasn't what I was expecting. I was a bit confused when it arrived and I opened it. Anyway, plastic wrapped. I assume it's saucy. I need to move this pile here, otherwise it's going to block my light source in a moment. I've got really weird shadows. The lighting in this setup feels a bit scuffed to other ones previously. I hope the strobing's not too bad as well. Next we've got Eden Zero at 20. Ben's been getting on my case because I've not read it, because I was trying to hold off reading it because I knew I'd miss up the stack I'd prepared for March. But he really loves Eden Zero, so he's been pestering me to read it so he can read it. Oh wow, look at that spine. Can you see how much the spine's like gone onto the front cover? Wow. That's quite bad. How did I not notice that earlier? I've not stared at it, I suppose. Can you see that? Like, oh, wow. I do think Eden Zero so far has been Actually, no, I love fairy tale because I love fantasy and I love magic, and I'm generally a little less interested in space and stuff, but this is like, it's still fun. I think the story is better written than fairy tale, but I like magic and fantasy over space, is what I'm getting at. Next we have Ex Yakuza and Stray Kitten 2. I've still not read my volume 1, but it's got cats in it, and how can I say no to cats? I've got cats. Can I summon my cats? I failed to summon my cats. Maybe if I pull treats out, but they've had a lot of treats today. I'm hoping this is a light-hearted, silly series involving a cat. I'm actually kind of hoping it gives me like cat gamer vibes. I might read 1 and 2 back to back. I haven't read a cat series in a while. I think the last cat series I read was Cat Massage Therapy, and that was like receiving therapy, reading that for the series, to be honest. It was lovely. I was kind of glad it was only 3 volumes, but like it warmed my heart. I need to move this stag. Oh, I think we've got way more light now. Okay, next we have Final Fantasy Lost Stranger Volume 8. So this is technically, all the manga's technically mine, but this is a Ben manga. Ben being the massive Final Fantasy fan he is. I mean, I play Final Fantasy 14 and I adore it. I'm less interested in other Final Fantasy games, to be honest. So I do want to read this. I think I don't know how much, if I should play some others before I read it, because Ben's like, it's not based on a Final Fantasy game. It's just got all the Final Fantasy themes to it, like the races and the stuff. Though I have read Volume 1, so I did vaguely follow it then. But he absolutely adores it. I had this on pre-order, and I think it reached a point where like every other day he was just like, is it dispatched yet? Is it dispatched yet? Is it dispatched yet? Is it dispatched yet? I'm like, oh my god, Ben, wait! I'll tell you! It's got Fire Force 20, and I believe I also got this second hand. This was a volume I needed to fill a gap in the series. I think it, now what do I have up to? I have up like to 26 or 28, but I think it's now gone past that. I was staying up to date with it, and then I fell behind a bit. But I keep seeing them pop up secondhand, so I'll probably just wait for the rest to pop up. I've got some random ones on pre-order for a good price, like £6 or something. I think the last volume, because it is complete, isn't it, in Japan? But the English prints haven't finished coming over here yet. I think I've got a couple later ones on pre-order. Next volume we got is Fruits Basket 12, and I got this second hand. Can you tell? I really do love when I get, so there is a dent. There is a dent there, if you're able to see that. I do love when I get second-hand manga and you look at it and you go, this doesn't look second-hand. It makes me so happy. Fairly sure I only paid £8 or £9 for this one now. I think I'm missing like 3 volumes before I'll be complete. Not sure yet when I'm going to read it, because it's quite a long series, so... and I've already said I'd try and read JoJo this year, and I've not started that, and it's May. So maybe next year? I'm not sure yet. Loads of people love the series. I'd probably be able to find people who'd want to do a buddy read or something quite easily. I just need the last few. Next, we have Grand Blue Dreaming 18. Now, this is another one that might go straight in my basket. So I actually been waiting so long to find the volumes for not only see them in store but also for a good price. I actually was missing both 17 and 18, and I think, was it 17 I found on World of Books for a really good price, and then I got this from Booksplease for £7 something. Absolutely love Grand Blue Dreaming. I read 17 I think last week or the week before, and Ben's now pestering me to read 18 as well because he wants to read it. There is actually quite a lot of books in this haul from Booksplease. I think I filmed a Where I Buy Manga video, but I haven't made it public yet. It's only available for members at the moment. It'll go public I think early July, and I say in it like, I've not really ordered from Booksplease much, and then literally a week later like most of my orders come from Booksplease, which is amusing. I'll probably like pin a comment or put it in the description saying like, actually I do buy from Booksplease all the time now, and you'll see why as I talk about some of the prices. So next we've got Hybrid Heart 4. This was secondhand. It is a bit battered, but I'll be honest, I've been looking for this volume for quite a long while and I never see it listed anywhere, and I never see it in store. It is very hard to find. It's the last volume in the series. It is not a particularly great series, but I kind of love it because of how bad it is. It is a smutty, it should be plastic wrap series where these girls kind of like, their like energy or power is filled up by this guy doing things to them, and it's just so dumb. It's so bad, but I kind of like it because of how bad it is. It's one of those like, it's so bad it's good. But actually no, it's not good at all in the slightest. It's so bad. I'm gonna have to cut what I was just saying because that was a boob. Big bear boob. But it's kind of nice to be able to complete it when I've been looking for it, and for like £5 as well. Very happy, and I love how colourful the spines are. I'm so happy. Next we have In the Clear Moonlit Dusk, and I think I got this off Booksplease as well. I did have some pre-orders on Forbidden Planet, and this was one of them. I think I moved it to Booksplease because Booksplease, you can get 10% off, and it makes a lot of volumes cheaper than 3 for 2. So I think I paid £7 something for volume 2 of this. I do actually have volume 3 as well, but that's just in the April haul. And I think I got this end of March, and I got that like 2 days later, but it crossed into April, so it's in the April haul. I feel like I'm one of the only people, when I read volume 1, I was like, I don't quite get the hype. Like, people are obsessed with this series. I just don't get it. It's okay. It's fine. I don't know. It just didn't really do it for me. But to be honest, I so far, I don't think I've really been a huge fan of any of the other artists' series. Daytime Shooting Star and Tsubaki Cho Lonely something. I'm not too keen on any of them. Actually, you know what I find really interesting is all 3 of the series are published by different English publishers. So this one's Kodansha, Daytime Shooting Star is Viz, and Tsubaki Cho is Yum Press. I just think that's really interesting. How does that happen? I mean, I'm sure like someone will be like, oh, this is how it happens, and I'm like, yeah, I'm sure there's a reason. I still find it kind of interesting that it does. As we have Kami-sama Kiss 16, continuing my slow pickup of this series. I think I got this from, it's a bit dirty. I think I got this from Booksplease as well. With the 10% off, I managed to get a bunch of Viz stuff for just under 3 for 2 pricing, I think, ish, or around 3 for 2 pricing. Yeah, slowly but surely, I've got over half the series now, which is improvement. I think I had like 5 volumes 6 months ago, and now I've got over half the series, which is definitely making some progress. Loads of people seem to love it. I know both Emma and Tiffany have been like really aggressively trying to pick it up. I know Tiffany I know Tiffany definitely has been. Okay, next we have Kimi no Todoke 2, and I do believe this was a second-hand volume, though it's got a $6.99 sticker on it, which tickles me. It feels new. Like the spine feels a bit rounded, which potentially means that like the glue's not quite right. I'm not sure, but it feels new. Volume 2, so it's a bit more progress. Again, I think I've gone from like 3 volumes of this to like 12, 13 volumes of this, picking them up slowly secondhand, or if I see them discounted on Booksplease. Booksplease has had loads of like shoujo Viz stuff, as you'll continue to see throughout the haul. Next, I was so pleased with this. Look at this. Next we have Levius, which is a 1-volume omnibus by Viz. And you can see on the back, can I see it upside down? Yeah, the RRP here says £25, and I paid like 5 or 6. Oh, you could hear that thud, couldn't you? Very, very happy. Oh. There is a business card for an Indian restaurant in London. I assume that was someone's bookmark. I assume that's where they got to. Chapter 11. Did they get bored? I started picking up Levius Est ages ago. Actually, speaking of, I might as well pull it over. I've got Levius Est Volume 7, which I think was also secondhand. If you can tell, some cat hair on it. That was probably not because of the secondhand. That's probably me. Everything has cat hair on it at the moment, including like my intestines probably at this point. Very, very happy. It is a bit damaged here. There's a bit of a rip. I'm personally not too bothered. It's just nice to have been able to collect it for a wonderful price, because I'm cheap. Very cheap. Next we have Love of Kill 3. I think I got this on Amazon. Did I get this on Amazon? Oh my gosh, I don't remember. It's been so long. I mean, it's literally been months. They had a bunch of volumes for like £7 something, which for me, a lot of Yam Press stuff is priced at $11.99 when I go in store. So in a 3 for 2, anything under $7.99 is cheaper than 3 for 2. So it was a good price. So I grabbed this one because it was the first volume I was missing. I do want to try and collect all the volumes that are out of this series this year. I want to read it. It's meant to be really good. I'm quite excited to read this. I hear so many good things about it. I just really want to read it badly. Next we have Magic Artisan Dahlia Wilts No More Volume 4. This was another one off Booksplease for under £8, £7 something, which again, quite good. 7 Cs are now like £12.99, which is sad, RRP. This is one that's also going to go straight into my TBR trolley because I absolutely love this series, and I just put off reading it because it was nicely stacked on my shelf, but I do absolutely love it. Isekai, 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 female-led Isekai. It's so much fun. So much fun. Final volume in this stack is Mages of the Library 6. Now, I bought this from Booksplease. I'll be honest, I don't know why, because I'm still missing earlier volumes, and a lot of the volumes I have I've been picking up half price. So why would I pick it up even though it was a good price? It was like £7 something again. I think most of the volumes I picked up that aren't Viz from Booksplease were £7 something. I don't know why, because I'm still missing volume 3? Yeah, I picked up volume 4 in April, secondhand. I don't know why. I mean, it is a newish release. It is a gorgeous series. Can I find any nice double page spreads? Oh, there was one really early on. I mean, the spreads are absolutely gorgeous. The artwork is beautiful. I've only read the first volume so far. I did enjoy it. It was, yeah, so whimsical. Apparently volume 7 will come out sometime this year. I don't know if that's true or not. Okay, next we have got... Oh, don't follow. Next we have 4 volumes of Manga Summer, 5, 6, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Woo! So nice to see these getting reprints at the moment. I think I'm only missing one more. No, I got that in April as well. I bought a bunch in April as well. So these came from Traveling Man. Ben did a Traveling Man order because he wanted some RPG books or something, and I was like, can I throw these in please, because they're a good price, but I don't think there's enough that I want to do a full order. So I got these, I think, for $6.99 each, which isn't bad. I think their RRP is $9 or $10.99. It's $10.99. So yeah, actually that might be cheaper than 3 for 2. That might be cheaper than 3 for 2. Still very happy. I love the Manga Summer volumes because they're a beautiful rainbow of colours. And I've had like 2 or 3 of the Omnis for years now, and then everyone bought loads of them over lockdown, and I struggled. I was like, great, okay, my bad. But now I've managed to get a full set, which is absolutely wonderful. I'll just need to read it now. I've read the first Omni, but then obviously I couldn't get any more, so I didn't read anymore. But so nice, so happy, wonderful. I like this one. I like the shading around the border as well. Next volume we have got was another secondhand pickup, and it's Milky Way Hitchhiking. Oh my god, that's what I get for reading upside down. So this volume is in full colours. Someone was talking about it in the Discord, and then when I looked it up, I managed to find it, I think, on World of Books or on a third-party Amazon seller for like £5, £4 or something, and I was like, why not? Considering, look how chunky, it's so heavy. Does it have an RRP? RRP US $30, so that's quite a bit. And it's got a cat, it's got a cute little cat, and it's in full colour. How pretty does that look? Wow. I think there's another volume. I'm not entirely sure. I did struggle to find any more, though. Maybe it's even harder to find than this one. Okay, next we've got another chunk of volumes. We have 5 volumes of Nana, 5, 8, 11, 13, and 21. This is another shoujo which is getting loads of reprints at the moment, and it is wonderful to see. I think this is a mix of some I picked up on... Did I pick any of these up on Traveling Man? These might all be Booksplease, actually. Again, for just under a 3 for 2 price. Very pleased. I think I have over half the volumes now. Yeah, because I picked up a few in April as well, so I do think I have over half the volumes. Slowly but surely, getting them for a good price. It's so neat. All these series that have been out of print, or out of stock, let's say out of stock, for years, and now I'm piecemealing them together, and it's wonderful. Next we have Otherworldly Izakaya Nobu 7, and this is one of my favourite isekais. I find it so heartwarming and wholesome and sweet, and also there's like really pretty food, and I think food looks really pretty in manga all the time. It's an isekai where this izakaya has one door that leads out to Japan and one door that leads out to this like fantasy Germanic village. And these people come in and they serve like traditional izakaya food, like, well, no, food you get in izakaya, deep fried Japanese food and noodles and fish and sushi and stuff like that. Sometimes other bits like pasta, and it's just food that they're not used to. They also serve like fresh water and beer and stuff, cold beer, and it's all baffling to them. And like every chapter so far that I've read has just been like a one shot, someone coming in, eating the food, and just having a wonderful time, and it's just nice to read. It's honestly just nice to read, and I love it. But it is Udon Entertainment, and they're a lot more pricey than other publishers. It has fancy French flaps, I suppose, but I struggle to find these often for less than £10 online. They don't get discounted that much. Sometimes they pop up secondhand, which is when I then nab them and pay like £5 each, but it's not often. Like, I've been collecting the series a while now, and I still have only 1 to 7. There's like 3 or 4 more volumes after that. Also, I don't see them in store too often, which is sad. Okay, next we have Pokemon Adventures Black and White 1, and I believe this was the last volume that I needed to be up to date with Pokemon Adventures. Nope, that's not true. There was one more, but it's in the April haul. Oh my gosh, I'm getting so confused. I'm like just telling you half of my April haul at this point. Again, slowly but surely getting the Pokemon series. I think this was also second hand. It is a bit yellowed. Not too bad. I absolutely love Pokemon. Ben's been playing a bunch of Scarlet recently, so I've been watching him, trying to beat the Elite Four again. He's not really interested in like shiny hunting and stuff. I'm trying to see if we want like convince him to complete his dex at least. And I think he's a bit unsure, but also Zelda comes out soon, so I don't think he's going to have an attention span for that long. Next we have Remarried Empress 2. This was another volume that I moved from Forbidden Planet pre-order to Booksplease, and I actually paid I think £10 or £11 for this. It was £1.50 or £2 cheaper than Forbidden Planet. I enjoy Remarried Empress. I like the political intrigue. I can't get over this like Emperor's mistress. She's a mistress. Like, she's such a little, she's so demanding and rude, and oh my god, can she, and stuff has like been revealed about her in this volume, and she's just so rude. Like, stop being rude, be a bit more kind, and like be a bit more situational, have some more situational awareness, please. Oh my gosh, I want her to get with the other guy, the bird, which sounds weird if you don't know the story and what I'm talking about. Okay, next we have Rising of Shield Hero 19, another one that I moved from Forbidden Planet to Booksplease, and another one that I want to put in my trolley the moment I finish recording this. I love Rising of Shield Hero. It's such a good isekai, and I feel it's one of the few just series full stop that when I read, every volume seems to have a really good cliffhanger, and it's very, very annoying. So maybe it's a good thing that I've taken ages to read this one, because I think 20 is out or out soonish, so I won't have to wait that long, which is nice. I'm unsure about this arc. I think so far this has been one of my least favourite arcs. Originally the turtle arc had been my least favourite arc, but I think I'm more unsure about this. I like some of the revelations around the more heroes and stuff. That's quite neat, but I'm also not particularly following it. I feel like I might need to do some reading up to see if I've missed something, because I've gotten a bit confused. Okay, next we have 2 volumes of Sacrificial Princess and the King of Beasts, 14 and 15. So this series, I believe, has gotten an anime this season, and it has very excited a lot of people. And so I've been wanting to try and read it. I've seen a bunch of volumes on Booksplease, so I've got these 2 this month, and I think I got a few more in April. Maybe? I think there's some more on there as well, but I've not picked them up yet. I'll probably wait until next month to do more picking up, but I think I've gotten about half the series now. I don't like the colour schemes of the spine, unless there's some form of like, it means something in the story. I don't like it. It kind of starts with dark colours and then immediately swaps to lighter colours. It just feels a bit weird and sudden. I don't like that. I'm very picky about my spines. Next, we have Sailor Moon 12, which I also got on Booksplease. Yes, there is a lot of Booksplease. There is a lot of Booksplease. This was the only volume of Sailor Moon I needed, so I am now complete on the series. I am really keen to try and read it because it is like a classic. I read volume 1 and I wasn't too keen, but I mean, I read volume 1 for the first time and I was 25, 26, so I feel like I'm probably already past what they're aiming at. I'm probably much too old. I think just I got to it too late. I do want to read it because of what it is and stuff. I mean, it's like Cardcaptor Sakura. I like Cardcaptor Sakura, but I also grew up watching the anime of that, whereas I didn't touch Sailor Moon at all in the slightest. I didn't really know of it until I was in my late teens anyway, so I think it's just completely gone past me. But it's nice to now have a full set of these, because I prefer the singles, and I feel like they're doing like a dozen different prints of the series, and this is the one I wanted, so I got a bit nervous about picking them up, so I did go for a bit of a binge, I think, over the past few months to try and grab them. Next we have 7 Deadly Sins 13. This was secondhand, probably. Yeah, it's a bit natty on the corner. Slowly but surely, I think I'm only missing like 4 volumes of this now before I'm complete, which is insane considering I've been picking up secondhand when I can find a volume for years now. I can't believe it. It's wonderful. I think I ordered one more earlier, which means I think I have a clear run to like 37, and then I've got a couple of missing volumes then, and then that'll be complete. How wonderful is that? Final volume in this stack is Silver Spoon 12, and this was the only volume of Silver Spoon I needed, so I am now series complete. I'm very, very happy. I really wanted to pick up the series. I loved volume 1, but it's been like 2-3 years now since I read volume 1, just because it's such a tricky series to find, and also it's quite expensive. I picked up like 6 or 7 volumes in the Travelling Man winter sale for half price, and I was so excited and happy about that. I just needed this last one, and I grabbed it on Booksplease for £7 something. As I said, unless it's Viz, it was probably bought for £7 something on Booksplease. Okay, next stack. This is going to be a little tricky because we got a big pile of a series. We got a real big pile of a series. Come on. We have got a big pile of Skip Beat. We have volumes 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 13, 18, 19, 21, 22, 28, 30, 32, and 45. These were all bought off Booksplease. No, that is a lie. I think 1 or 2 of them were gotten on World of Books. I didn't particularly have any intention in picking this series up, to be honest. I mean, it's 40, almost 50 volumes long. I think it might be 50 in Japan even. And the singles have been... Are they out of print? They're hard to find. When was this volume printed? October 2022? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it is getting a reprint. Either way, it's hard to find the singles. I mean, it's had a 3-in-1 print as well. So I kind of just thought I probably won't pick the series up. And then somebody coerced me. It's definitely not me. It was definitely them. Coerced me to start picking the series up. I now have more than half the series. I am picking them up when I see them around 3 for 2 price or under £6 on Booksplease, or even cheaper on World of Books. Got a few more on the way. There's a chunk in the April haul. There's a chunk in some parcels I've not unboxed yet. I've got some in a basket that I've not yet ordered. And I've started picking this series up, apparently. Blast you, Liddy Moon. Hopefully it's good. If it's not good, Liddy Moon, we're gonna have words. We're gonna have some serious words. What does upset me a little bit about buying all this Skip Beat is I have not left a big enough gap where it needs to go on my shelves. So I have to rejig everything, but I've still not gotten the new bookcases that I need yet for the manga upstairs. So I don't know where I'm going to shift things to. Liddy, you can come and figure this out for me. Come to my house and sort my manga. Because this is your fault. Right. Continuing on. We have Skull Dragon's Precious Daughter Volume 1. This looked super cute. It's a new release. I haven't read it yet. Don't have too much more to say. I know a few other people in the Discord have picked it up as well. You need to check out the Dudettes Discord if you want to keep on top of like some excellent deals. We have been going wild for excellent deals the past we're just always going wild for excellent deals, but it can be a bit dangerous, just warning you. There is like a disclaimer before you join the Discord. Or there should be. Can I figure out how to do that? Disclaimer. You will find so many good manga deals, and you'll be happy at first, but then you won't be happy, because you'll have spent all your money. Next we have Slam Dunk 6, and I think I got this from Travelling Man. I think this was thrown into the order with Maid Summer and Ben's RPG books. Slowly but surely it's getting reprints, definitely for sure at the moment. I'm not particularly rushing because I bet it's going to get loads of reprints and do fine, whereas I want to prioritize stuff like Skip Beat and Nana for now because I've started them way more. I've only got like 3 volumes of Slam Dunk at the moment, whereas I'm really making headway with Skip Beat and Nana, so I'm going to do those first, I think. I mean, if I see them in store in a 3 for 2 or I see them on World of Books or anything, I'll definitely grab them, but I'm not going to like go for it as much as I have been with others. Next, and I'm not sure why I picked this one up at all, but I picked up The Snake Who Loved a Sparrow, and I think it's a one-shot. Actually, no, there has been a bunch of Tokyo Pop one-shots that I've been wanting to pick up because I think the spines are super, super pretty. This one is no exception. It's so nice. I don't know anything about it. Is it a BL? And something about a sparrow and a snake? I assume there is a snake who loves a sparrow. It's a very pretty cover. It's a gorgeous cover, actually. Oh, the skip peep pile is not... it's a bit precarious. Okay, next we have So What's Wrong with Getting Reborn as a Goblin 2? And I must admit, I've not read my volume 1 yet. I meant to read loads of isekai in March, and then I just barely did any reading. Or April. No, then I got sick in April. So April I was low on reading because I was sick, and March was low on reading because I was busy. But I wanted to read this, and the fact that volume 2 is already out makes me sad. It's giving me like Re-Monster vibes. I hope it's more wholesome than Re-Monster. Ooh, next we have Solo Leveling 6. I love Solo Leveling. I think every volume is just excellent. Volume 5 had like one of my favourite moments so far from the series, but Volume 6 was equally very good, to the point I feel like I get to the end of the volume and I'm like, okay, when's the next one out? What do you mean? It's a few months. I don't want to wait a few months. What I find quite interesting about this one is this one has the Ise Press logo on the spine, whereas the other ones don't. So I assume they're just shuffling the colour manhwa prints under the Ise Press line. I wonder if Abandoned Empress is going to move under as well. But it does mean that now they don't match. I wonder if they're going to reprint the earlier volumes with the logo. I am interested in that. But yeah, such a good volume. It's so good. It's so good. I love it. I need Ben to read more of the manga. But manga, light novel. I want to see what he thinks of it as well. Okay, another one. Very happy with this one. Summertime Rendering 5. Got this off Booksplease, I think, for £14. Which isn't bad, considering its RRP is like $22.99 or something crazy. This was the only volume of the series I was missing, and I've been looking for this one for a while as well. I actually held off reading more of the series because I didn't have 5. I say held off. I read 1, 2, and 3, so I need to read 4, 5, and 6 now, and then I'll be complete. I am not a big fan of horror, but I have quite enjoyed this one. I don't feel like, to me, it comes across as horror-y. I feel like it's more thriller, psychological. I don't know, but maybe there's just certain types of horror that I don't like. I need to figure myself out. Like I'm not interested in any Junji Ito stuff, to be honest. But this I enjoyed. This I've been enjoying. Oh my god, I think we're on the last stack. On top we have got volumes 1 and 2 of Tenjo. Oh my gosh, oops. Volume 1 and 9. The Omni. I got these off World of Books. I feel I might have made a mistake with this series. It is a very hard to find series, and I'm not sure I'll be able to find the rest of them. There was that store in Hull that I went to that had all of them, but they're not discounted. But I think it might be out of print. I had to pause for a coughing fit, and in that time, Una decided to come here and be very much in the way. Okay, so next we have To Your Eternity 7. So this was bought secondhand. I haven't read much into the series because I was still missing volume 5. Volume 5 seems hard to find. I think at this point I need it to get a reprint. I've not really seen it secondhand or in store for quite a while now. So I'm fingers crossed for a reprint of this. Okay, next we've got, oh, you're so in the way. Next we have Tomb Raider King 2. I've still not read this Ise Press series. I read Gently Raised Beast recently and absolutely adored it. So this is going to be the next Ise Press series that I read. I'm going to read 1 and 2 together. Don't put that in your mouth. I absolutely love the spines on this. Volume 1 was a beautiful bright blue, and then this one's a beautiful bright red. Una, are you stuck? Silly cat. This one, I don't know if I'm going to put it in my TBR basket trolley yet, but it's going to definitely be the next Ise Press that I read. As we have Trapped in a Dating Sim, The World of Otome Games is Tough for Mobs, Volume 4. I really, really like this series. So when I finally found volumes 5 and 6 in store, I was really surprised to realise actually I didn't have volume 4. And I'm not sure I've ever seen volume 4 in store, so I got this off Booksplease for like £7 something as always with Booksplease apparently. I do love this one. It's not particularly like serious, it's kind of light-hearted. It's also got mechas in it, which, yeah, Ian is making so much noise. Next series we've got, which is another big pile of volumes, is Ultraman. So I feel like I've just kind of gone, what viz am I not collecting? Let's go for it. I got, I think, all of these secondhand on World of Books for £4 or less a volume. It was really, really cheap. And I have ordered volume 1, I think, as well from World of Books. It's just not in March. I don't think it's in April either. Maybe it's in the boxes upstairs. So we've got 9 volumes, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 11, 12, and 14. Ben had expressed interest in trying this one. I'm very happy with the condition. They're all pretty good, to be honest. Like, they don't really look that red. I think the series is in like the 18, 17. So I've got half of it at the moment, though I do have a few more on the way. I kind of like these colours. It'd be nice if we had like full spine colours. This series, I kind of associate it with Mobile Suit Gundam. Not particularly sure why. Maybe just topics and shape of volume and the whiteness. I don't know. And Ben's been loving that one, so that's another one I'm trying to get more of, but also nothing to do with Ultraman. I don't know why I'm talking about it. Ooh, is that rainbow? Almost. Got excited for a moment. Oh, there's nice pink. Oh, and the spine's pink too. Fitting. Where to put this? Okay, we are very close to the end. Next we have Weathering with You 2, also bought secondhand. I believe this is only 3 volumes long, and I already have volume 1. And I think, is this one of the ones that's based on an anime movie? I don't really watch anime, as I've said before. Not that I don't like anime, just there's only so much time in the day. My preference is to always read if I can. So there's a few anime movie to mangas that I've read. So I've read Your Name and Ride Your Wave, and I think this is another one. It is vertical as well. I think only 3 volumes, so I'm missing one more. And then I'll read them all together, I think. Next we have Witch and the Beast 9. This was also Booksplease. For like £7 something, which is also excellent. It is a Kodansha. I think 10 is out recently-ish. 10 wasn't out when I ordered this, but it might be out now. And I am obsessed with the cover of Volume 10. I'm very excited to get it. It's rainbow. It looks gorgeous. It might overtake my favourite cover. Need to read more of this. I've read the first couple, and it was a very fun, like, gritty, noir kind of mystery, Parisian mystery. And it was great. The art was good too. I love a good, like, gritty mystery. Next we have Yakutake Japan 5. This was another volume from Tiffany that she found in a strange store near her. This is a very hard series to find. I don't think I've ever seen it in store. I've pretty much only found it online in Blackwell's or World of Books. I have like 6 volumes, maybe 7 volumes of the series. I don't have very many. It's about bread, it's about food, and I love food manga. Food manga always looks super pretty. So I would love to try and get more of it. It's just so hard. I think I'll get like a volume or 2 every few months. That's going to be my hope. That's going to be like my limit. That's all I'm going to be able to do. Final volume in the haul is Yakuza Fiancé Volume 2. I also got off Booksplease for a pretty decent price actually. It might have been like £8.10 or just under £8. It's an expensive series nowadays. It's £13.40.99 RRP, so unfortunately low £8 is cheaper than 3 for 2, which is sad. I have quite enjoyed it. I think I definitely not enjoyed it as lots of people seem to have enjoyed it. I think it's fine. I think I'm just not big on this manga's art style, I think is my main issue with it. I wasn't too keen on it in Haru's Curse as well. And the story's fine. It's got some like aggressive romance. She's not keen, he's very keen. It's okay. It's okay. It's neat when they have some like really violent fights. I just don't think I've seen the big hype that a lot of other people have had with the series. But I do enjoy it and I'll keep reading it. I mean, I'll keep reading anything. Why do I say that? I'll always keep reading it. I've enjoyed it, just not... I've just not been at the same level that other people have been at. I don't know why. Don't know why. Is there something I've missed about it? Covers are pretty though. Okay, so bear with me. I may have forgotten to film a volume, so I am going to slip this little bit of footage in just before the outro. So there was one more volume that I picked up in March. It is a bit special though. If you follow any of my social medias, you might have already seen me post about it. But I attempted to order Springtime by the Window Volume 1. And as you can see, we've got a nice big faulty sticker on the cover, and also this is normally a small format or a regular format manga, kind of like this size, like a bit, yeah, small one. But obviously it's not, it's bigger. You can see the printing marks, and then you look on the spine and that's not right. And then we got this. It's just been printed completely wrong, and then it gets even better when you open it and it goes, oh. Yeah, so I got a really weird misprint. It says Springtime by the Window, It's the Way the House Husband Volume 1 on the inside, which I think is a really kind of neat misprint because it's a Tokyo Pop on the outside, but it's a Viz on the inside. I think it is interesting to, I mean, obviously multiple publishers will be using the same printers, but it's interesting when people talk about like quality control, they talk about the publisher, but I wonder, like, where does the fault lie? Is the fault with the publisher? Is the fault with the printer? I mean, obviously the printer, I suppose. I thought it was quite an interesting, weird misprint. I'm gonna hold on to it, though. Don't ask me where it'll go on my shelves. I don't know. Because, I mean, technically it's got S on the outside, but it's Way the House Husband, but also it's a weird misprint. It was a bit of a tricky thing to complain about to World of Books, because they were like, because when you fill in the chatbot thing and it's like, I received the wrong book, I suppose, and they're like, what's the ISBN of the book you received? And you're like, ah, well, you see, the ISBN on the outside is technically correct. Actually, wait, there'll be an ISBN on the inside, won't there? Okay, well, I swear somewhere on the inside there's the ISBN, but I'm not going to hunt for it now. But, yeah, so it just got tricky. I was just kind of trying to spam my way through the chatbot until I got a free text field, and I was just like, I've got a really weird faulty volume. And they were like, okay, we'll send you another one of a similar price to say sorry, because they didn't have any more of this. I imagine they never actually had this title to begin with, they just had this weird faulty one. It's so weird, it's such a weird volume, especially printed on a large size, different publishers on the inside. Bit of a quirky one, right? Okay, now back to the rest of the video that I filmed before. And with that, we have completed the haul. Oh my gosh, you don't understand how happy I am that I've managed to do it. How many weeks have you been on my shelf and I've just stared at you? I took the thumbnail picture like a month ago. Oh my god, I'm so happy though. My throat is killing me. I'm gonna go have some cough syrup. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, don't forget to give this video a like, comment and subscribe. Also check out members for early access. Currently I have quite a few videos out, like there's the ones that I've filmed early. I'm also going to film the April haul, and I don't know when that's going to go up. I've got a manga reorganization video that's already edited and up, and then I'm going to start filming the isekai stuff, and then during June I have a whole bunch of videos planned to try and film during June, which involves a bit of travelling if I'm well enough. Oh my god, if I'm well enough in a month's time. I hope I am. Also, don't forget to check out my social media and affiliate links found down below, like the Dudettes Discord server. It's so much fun. It's fun. Join. Otherwise, I hope you have the most wonderful day, and I will see you next time. Bye!